You've been on this app for 3 weeks. You spent a whole Sunday afternoon on your bio. You picked the best photos you had. You've swiped right on probably 300 women, and your inbox is empty. Not one message, maybe one match, and she never replied. So you start doing the math in your head. And the math always leads to the same answer. It's because of how I look. It's because of my weight. That's it. That's the whole reason. I need you to stop right there, because that belief, that story you're telling yourself, it's not the full truth. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what's actually going on, and more importantly, how to fix it fast. I know what this feels like. You're not being dramatic. You're not being sensitive. This genuinely hurts because it's not just about dating apps. Every time you open that app and see nothing, it confirms something you've probably been told directly or indirectly your whole life, that you're not enough, that you don't get the same shot as other guys. That attraction is something that happens to other people, not you. You spend 30 minutes writing a bio that feels honest and real. You upload photos where you think you look decent. You swipe. And then you wait. And the waiting is the worst part, because in that silence, your brain fills in every terrible explanation it can find. And here's what makes it worse. The advice you get when you go looking for help is either brutal or useless. Either it's, just lose weight, bro, which thanks, incredibly helpful, or it's some generic, be confident garbage that means absolutely nothing when you're staring at an empty inbox at midnight. You deserve better than that. And more importantly, you deserve actual answers. So let's get into them. Here's the reframe I need you to sit with before we get tactical, because if you don't get this right, none of the tips are going to stick. The reason most bigger guys fail on dating apps is not their weight, it's their strategy. Or more accurately, the complete absence of one. Think about it this way. Dating apps are essentially a marketing platform. You are the product. And right now, most guys, not just big guys, most guys are walking into that marketplace with no strategy, bad photos, a forgettable bio, and zero understanding of how the algorithm even works. They're showing up to a job interview in wrinkled clothes and wondering why they didn't get a call back. Here's something that might actually surprise you. Studies on dating app behavior consistently show that the #1 driver of matches isn't physical appearance alone. It's profile engagement. How interesting your profile is. How much it makes someone feel something. A profile that creates curiosity, warmth, or a genuine laugh will outperform a mediocre profile attached to a six-pack every single time. I'm not feeding you a feel-good lie. I'm telling you there are bigger guys out there right now, getting consistent matches, going on dates, building real connections. The difference between them and where you are right now is not a gym membership. It's a strategy. Let's build yours. So the first thing we need to talk about is something almost nobody explains, and it's the reason even a decent profile can be completely invisible. Dating apps like Tinder and Hinge use engagement-based algorithms. What that means is simple. If people swipe left on your profile quickly, the app learns that your profile is low value, and it literally shows your profile to fewer people. It buries you. The less engagement you get, the less visibility you get. It becomes a self-reinforcing loop. Here's what to do right now. Go into your profile settings and look at your photo order. Your first photo is everything. It determines whether someone swipes in the next 2 seconds or actually looks at the rest of your profile. Change your first photo to one where you are smiling genuinely, well-lit, making eye contact with the camera, and ideally doing something, not just standing against a wall. That single change has moved the needle for more guys than any other fix I've seen. Imagine 2 profiles, both similar guys. One opens with a blurry bathroom mirror shot in bad lighting. The other opens with a photo at a rooftop bar, mid-laugh, good lighting, fitted shirt. The algorithm will push the second profile to 20 times more people within 48 hours. Same guy, different first impression. Now let's go deeper on photos, because this is where most guys are silently destroying their chances. The #1 mistake bigger guys make with photos is hiding. Hiding in dark photos, hiding behind other people in group shots, hiding behind old photos from 5 years ago when they weighed less. I understand the impulse. It feels protective. But here's what actually happens when you do this. She matches with a photo that doesn't represent you. You meet in person, and in that first moment, there's a disconnect. She wasn't expecting what she sees. That feeling of, he looked different in his photos, is far more damaging to your chances than simply showing up as you actually are. Women who match with an honest photo of you are women who are attracted to you. That's a completely different energy to walk into a first date with. The fix is this. Take 3 new photos this week. You need one great close-up where your face is the star, good lighting, genuine smile. You need one mid-range photo where your full body is visible in an outfit you feel good in. And you need one lifestyle photo, doing something you actually enjoy. Coffee shop, hiking trail, cooking at a concert, whatever it is, that combination face, body, lifestyle gives women a complete, honest picture. And the women who swipe right on that honest picture, those are your people. All right, the bio. This is where 90% of guys either write nothing, write something painfully boring, or accidentally write something that makes them sound insecure. Here's the thing about bios. Women are not reading your bio to evaluate your resume. They're reading it to feel something. A spark of curiosity. A quick laugh. A sense that there's an actual interesting person here. Your bio has one job, make her want to know more. The two biggest bio mistakes I see are these. First, the list bio. I love hiking, cooking, movies, and my dog. That's not a bio, that's a grocery list. Every single guy on the app has a version of that bio. Second, the self-deprecating bio. Just a big guy trying his luck, lol. I know it feels safe and charming, but what it actually signals is low confidence. It tells her you don't think much of yourself, and first impressions are everything. Here's a simple framework that actually works. Start with one specific, slightly unexpected detail about yourself. Follow it with something that shows your sense of humor or personality. End with a light, low-pressure question or a hook that invites a response. Short, confident, curious, that's the formula. Not all apps are built the same, and this is one of the most under-discussed tactical decisions you can make. Tinder is the most appearance-first platform that exists. The entire mechanic is a split-second visual decision that makes it the hardest platform for anyone whose profile takes more than 2 seconds to appreciate, and that includes a lot of genuinely great guys. Hinge, on the other hand, is built around prompts and conversation starters. Your personality has room to breathe. Women aren't just seeing a photo, they're seeing your answers, your humor, your perspective. That's a fundamentally different dynamic, and bigger guys consistently report better results there. OkCupid uses a compatibility algorithm that gives you percentage matches based on shared values and interests. That means you're shown to women who already have things in common with you before they even see your photo. Coffee Meets Bagel gives you a limited number of curated daily matches, which actually reduces the swipe culture problem entirely and creates more intentional interactions. My recommendation, drop Tinder as your primary app if it's not working. Put your energy into Hinge. Spend 1 week really building out your prompts there, and I'd be genuinely surprised if you don't see a difference. This last point is the one that ties everything together, and is the hardest to fake, which is exactly why it works. Confidence in a profile isn't about saying confident things. It's about the energy the profile radiates. It shows up in your photo. Are you making eye contact or looking away? Are you smiling like someone who enjoys his life? Or are you grimacing? It shows up in your bio. Are you presenting yourself as someone interesting? Or are you apologizing for existing? It shows up in your opening messages. Are you leading with genuine curiosity or with nervous desperation? Think about this. There's a guy I know. Genuinely big guy, never going to be mistaken for a fitness model. But his dating app profile was alive. His first photo was him laughing at a rooftop barbecue. His bio was funny and specific and confident. His prompts on Hinge were the kind of answers you'd want to respond to. He went on 12 first dates in 3 months. Not because his body changed, because his presentation changed. Women can feel the energy behind a profile. A profile that says, I know who I am, I enjoy my life, and I'm genuinely looking for someone worth my time, is magnetic, regardless of the body it's attached to. That's the profile you're building today. All right, before we close, 3 mistakes I see constantly that we haven't covered yet. First one, mass swiping. Some guys go into full swipe right on everything mode, thinking it's a numbers game. The algorithm tracks your swipe behavior. If you're swiping right on 90% of profiles, the app identifies you as a low-quality account and reduces your visibility even further. Be selective. It actually helps you. Second, sending the same opening message to everyone. Hey is not a message. It's an absence of effort. And women on apps receive dozens of messages a day. A blank opener tells her this conversation is going nowhere. Reference something specific in her profile. One genuine, specific line is worth more than 100 copy-paste openers. Third, and this one is easy to fall into, giving up after a bad week. Dating apps have natural cycles. Your visibility fluctuates. Your pool of active users changes. One bad week doesn't mean the strategy isn't working. It means algorithms are fickle and you need to stay consistent. The guys who succeed on apps are almost never the most attractive ones. They're the most persistent ones. I want to talk to you directly for a second. I know that opening an app and seeing nothing feels like more than just a bad metric. It feels like a verdict. Like the world is confirming something you've been afraid was true about yourself. It's not a verdict. It's a strategy problem. And strategy problems have solutions. The version of you who gets matches, who goes on dates, who builds a real connection with someone, that guy exists. He's not 20 pounds lighter. He's not a different person. He's you, with a better first photo, a confident bio, and the right app. That's the actual gap. It's smaller than you think. You've been carrying this weight, and I don't mean the physical kind, for a long time. The weight of feeling like you don't get to want what everyone else gets to want. You do. You absolutely do. Start with one thing today, one photo, one bio rewrite, one step. That's all this is. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the one part of your dating profile that you've always known needs work but kept putting off? The photo, the bio, the app choice? Tell me, and I'll personally reply with a specific suggestion. If this video hit home for you, share it. There are a lot of guys who need to hear that the reason they're struggling on apps isn't what they think it is. Sharing this might be the thing that changes someone's week. Subscribe if you want more of this. Real, practical, honest content built specifically for guys like us. No filter, no fluff. Next week, we're talking about first dates. Specifically, what to do in that first 60 seconds when you walk through the door and your brain goes into full panic mode. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. You deserve love at any size. I'll see you in the next one.